Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Food School podcast and lesson number 14 of Food School 2019 Marathon. Everything and anything you need to learn to make 2019 the fittest, the healthiest, the most impactful year yet. Today is lesson 14. Yesterday we talked about handling our food, cooking our food, and today we will talk about actually shopping for our food. Kind of the other way around should be probably, but doesn't matter. You can listen to this episode any time of the year. So shopping. This episode is not about any particular diet. It's not about being low carb, low fat, low whatever. It's not about being paleo. It's not about being keto, Whole30, Mind diet, Mediterranean diet, or any kind of diet. It's not about that. It's about your guide to nutrition, to healthy food, the food that you should be buying if you're the kind of human being, and you probably are if you're still listening to this podcast, human being that cares about their health, about their longevity, about their mental and physical performance, and just feeling and being and looking your very best. So this guide, this shopping guide, grocery shopping guide is for you guys. So number 1. Vegetable oils. Those things, guys, are not, you should be avoiding at all costs 100%. Oils like soybean oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, peanut oil, a lot of oils. Basically, you should be consuming good quality extra virgin olive oil, virgin coconut oil, avocado oil, some oils like flaxseed, walnut oils, if they handled well, and if they are cold pressed compared to high heat pressed or refined at high temperatures. Any oil, by the way, guys, except maybe for butter and ghee, except for saturated animal fats, any oil, any plant seed oil, any polyunsaturated, monounsaturated fat that was handled at high temperature is not good for you. That's why soybean oil is not great for you, even if it's cold pressed, though. For example, soybean oil has a lot of omega-6 fatty acids that in small amount your body actually needs, but because they put those oils in everything, and if you added a lot of it into cooking, even if it's not a lot, you have enough omega-6 already coming from different sources, from whole foods, animal or plant origin. You don't need more of that. Otherwise, you increase inflammation in your body. And as we know, silent inflammation, or basically inflammation that is not acute, that doesn't say anything about itself, that doesn't pronounce itself much. Silent inflammation is slowly killing a lot of people. That is a scientific fact, guys. So we are consuming this year, 2019, extra virgin olive oil, virgin coconut oil, avocado oil, and cold press oils, plant oils like flaxseed oils or walnut oil. Again, if you store them well, cold press, they're okay for salad. Also, sesame seed oil, also cold press for salads, is amazing, but don't cook with them. When it comes to animal fats, a little bit easier. Get good quality from healthy animals, grass-fed, butter or ghee. Also, lard and tallow from healthy animals is okay, but I want to stress from healthy animals. When the animal is unhealthy, it stores all the toxins, just like human does, all the toxins, all that is harmful to animal's health in its fat tissue. And if you eat that fat, guys, you're getting the worst out of that sick animal. So just remember that next time you're trying to get some animal fat that doesn't come from the animal, the origin of. So vegetable oils, but it's all about healthy, good quality fats. Number 2, anything in boxes and packaging with an ingredient list, complex ingredient list, you shouldn't be buying on a regular basis. Maybe like a treat sometimes when you have no other options. Also, you can buy stuff with ingredient list when, for example, it's one thing on the ingredient list. If you buy your broccoli your strawberries or your blueberries from some company, some brand, then on the ingredient list, of course, you're going to see just one ingredient and it's going to say broccoli or, mushrooms or blueberries or chicken. Just one thing and you know exactly what it is. Nothing added, nothing taken away and stored and preserved properly. The only exception probably, I would go for cans with fish or some animal products. They're in boxes, but on the ingredient list, the only things you want to see, water, salt, and maybe some spices like pepper, but something that you understand and you would buy for your kitchen and add for cooking. So those kind of cans or maybe, sauerkraut in a package. Again, you want to look at the ingredient list, and if it doesn't have any preservatives, if it has only things that you buy for your kitchen, like salt, like, pepper, like vinegar that you cook with, then go ahead and buy that. There is good stuff in packages too, but very little. So stuff in boxes. The third thing, as we just mentioned, whatever you wouldn't buy for your kitchen, the ingredient, it shouldn't be on the ingredient list of the packaged foods you buy. If you don't understand something, Google it, look it up, and if you don't want to buy it for your kitchen, never buy it in the food that has the ingredient list and is prepackaged for you. So don't buy anything, don't eat anything that you wouldn't use in your kitchen. Next one, 4. Added sugars, preservatives, things you can't pronounce, things you wouldn't buy for your kitchen. But again, sugars and sweeteners of any kind, preservatives that you wouldn't buy for your kitchen. Because if, for example, salt is also used as a preservative, but you would buy it for your kitchen, you know what it is, right? So nothing that you don't understand that you wouldn't buy for your kitchen, that you wouldn't cook in your kitchen do not buy it in the food. Number 5, fresh. Guys, the fresher, the better, the more nutrition it has. So freshness, always go for the freshest. And if your greens look like they've been on the shelf for a week and they're not stiff, they're like that, you know what I mean? You touch them and they died probably a few days ago. Don't buy it, okay? And if you have any kind of doubts about the freshness of that food, or if it's the last day on, best buy day, don't buy that. The more it was stored, the less fresh it has, the less nutrition you're going to get. And you're going to just waste your money because you're not buying calories, you're buying nutrition. So buy the freshest. And if it's not fresh enough, don't buy it. Buy it some other time. So freshness. And then the last one, the 6th one, go as close to local, organic, and wild as possible. Wild is like the best. If you can eat all your food wild, you'll be in superb health and your food is going to be the most nutritious. If it's wild and local, it's heaven. So local is always better than from God knows where from. So local, try to get as local as possible. Plus it's going to save you some money because local is always cheaper usually. Unless, the quality is much different. For example, if it's local, organic, and local wild compared to not local but conventional, then of course your local might be more expensive. But it's still gonna worth your money because you're gonna invest in your health and that's gonna cost you less in your healthcare, and also you're gonna be more productive and you're gonna make more money. So local, fresh, wild, it's always worth it, guys. So local, organic is gonna be different for different kind of foods, guys. So for example, organic for vegetables and fruits might be the thing, but let's say organic for meat doesn't mean much. You gotta get grass-fed, grass-finished, or for your eggs, organic doesn't mean much either. You should go for pasture-raised eggs, basically eggs from chickens that were pastured and had the availability to jump around eating whatever they were feeling like eating. Me these days, for example, I'm experimenting with quail eggs only because here they're from wild birds, and again, wild is better, and whatever your animal ate, the food that you're going to eat, that's going to end up in your body. So I'm always trying to get some fancy animals in my diet that were running around and jumping around in the wild. And that's how I feel when I eat that food, wild and like jumping around and doing shit. So anyway, to recap, guys, your shopping guide, healthy shopping guide for 2019. Stick with it as much as possible and you're going to feel just amazing. So vegetable oils, no vegetable oils except for extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, good quality animal fats, and avocado oil and cacao butter. Stuff in boxes and cans and with huge ingredient list, we don't buy here. The only exception is for a good quality canned seafood, for example, with maybe some soil and some salt and some water in the ingredient list, and maybe some spices that you can buy for your kitchen, like pepper. What you don't buy for your kitchen as an ingredient, do not buy it in pre-packaged foods. Do not buy anything with added sugars, preservatives, things you can't pronounce, things you can't understand. If you're in doubt, look it up, Google it, and if you don't think you want to have it in your food, don't buy it ever in pre-packaged foods. The fresher, the better, the more nutrition you're going to have, so it's always worth your money. And as close to local, organic in all its forms, wild as possible. So that's it, guys. Lesson number 14 and your shopping guide for healthy grocery shopping. All you need to know, really. Thank you for tuning in. This is the last week of 2018, guys. Make it count, make it different, so you just jump into 2019 being your best, fittest, healthiest, most awesome you can possibly be. So happy Monday, make this week super amazing. Think about your goals for 2019, because without goals meaningful to you, people perish. So set the right kind of goals. Have an awesome week. But we'll talk tomorrow, lesson number 15. Until next time, as usual, eat better daily.